To strike the last word.
Young lady is recognized.
I wanted to highlight again that this bill is not targeted to any named group.
I think it might be.
It is targeted to actions and preventing domestic terrorism. The characterization of my friends, forgive me, is a political talking point to label members on this side of the aisle as, one, not being supportive of police, and frankly, opposing the very people that each and every one of us are. Many of us sitting at this table are parents. Many of us have spoken at school board meetings. We have spoken both or visited or sat or listened at a school board meeting as an active parent or as I have done as a member of Congress. And the only current activity that looked violent in words generated through the last administration, the falsities about masks and vaccinations, and the terrorizing of these parents by the discussion falsely of critical race theory. So these are provoked issues. But at the same time as these are provoked issues, I can assure you that there is a mountain of video of very frightening comments. The last of which was a woman, a mother, that indicated that she was going to get her gun. And who knows what would have been the result of the gun she had and the bullets she had. That video may need to be brought up. And so I would suggest to my good friend that a carve-out suggests there's a target. There is no target. It is about the ability to deal with a wide range of terrorism against religious institutions, people who's different, LGBTQ, ethnic, language. All of that is the basis of this legislation. I thank Mr. Snyder for his thoughtfulness. This is a meaningful bipartisan bill. This is dealing with communities of faith and ethnic minorities and others. And so let it be very clear. I am interested in thoughtful amendments, but I'm interested in saving lives. And thank you, General Garland, and thank you, President Biden and Vice President Harris, for recognizing that in this nation, it is not a sin to talk about race, racism, to talk about anti-Asian hate, which we just honored on the steps of the United States Capitol, of those 8 Korean persons, Asian persons in Atlanta that were murdered by a person that was hateful and used violence. And as someone said at that ceremony, don't attribute it to sex addiction, attribute it to hatefulness. And that generates violence. So all I can say to you is that I don't think this is a constructive amendment. I don't think there is a need to carve out. I don't think there is a threat against school boards. There's not a threat against parents. It is simply a bipartisan effort to deal with the underlying, the undergirding, or the dangers that we've been facing over the years because people are listening to wrong information, wrong-headed information, dangerous information, and most recently it was the last president that we had in the United States who prolonged and provoked and started his campaign on hate, and he continued it for 4 years.
Would the gentle lady yield?
I think I will yield back at this time, and I'm often eager to yield, but I will not at this time. I believe this amendment is not ready and constructive, and I'd be happy to yield back at this time. Thank you.
Does anyone else seek recognition?
Mr.